Good morning, Kitso Ntoyi. Thank you very much for taking part in Project Success Botswana as a mentor. First things first, please tell us what it has taken to become the Kitso you are today.
It has taken a lot of hard work, determination. It's been a long journey of studying in school, applying for jobs, interviews, and all that.
Please, okay, knowing very well that you worked while you were studying,
Yeah.
what were the challenges? What made you pull through that experience?
I think the main thing is being able to balance working and schooling at the same time. Because it's not easy. You come to the office to concentrate on doing what you're doing in there. Meanwhile, you have a backload of work to do, studying and so forth.
Yeah.
So the main thing that I had to do was balance studying and concentrating on work and making sure that the quality of work that I deliver was good.
So now for young people right now who probably don't have work obligations and they're already having difficulty with, balancing the act of personal and academic life, what would you say? How would they improve that?
I wouldn't make a comparison between academic life and personal life, because if you're a student, your student life is your life. So really, the main thing that you should be concentrating on is your study part.
Yeah.
And everything that you do should reflect around your study.
And
So if you have to if on a Friday night you have to decide whether you need to go out or study, then clearly there's something wrong with that.
And then you actually mentioned job applications. There are a lot of young people who have actually graduated and are actually struggling even to find an internship.
Yeah.
So what do you think, what advice would you give to such an individual?
Be proactive. Talk to people, your uncles, aunts. Go to offices. Find out from people, what can I do to improve the application letters that I write? Send out your CVs to people and ask them, get opinions of how they think can improve your CV. With the internet nowadays, there's plenty of websites that you can go on to and they give advice on how to structure your CV and so forth. We also have these, what's it called? Companies like HRC, People Connect, I think, where you can actually take your CV there and of course you have to pay, but I mean, the amount you pay in comparison to really getting a job, you can't compare that. So there's various ways in which we can improve
What
CV and application.
what is the one thing that you wish someone could tell you when you had just started out school?
That what you learn at school isn't exactly what applies at work. Because we are always given this impression that, I mean, of course it relates, but the workplace is a totally different place. You have to counter attitudes of people, you have to counter bad moods, good moods, you counter backstabbing sometimes, unfortunately. But when you're at school, all you're told is, this is what you'll be doing in the office, make sure you learn this, and so on and so forth. So I think if somebody had told me at school that it's not just about the books or what you do, it also has something to do with, dealing with people and interacting with people, and that also counts.
And please give us some insight into what you think about education and experience, because a lot of people sort of say one is more important than the other.
I think they go hand in hand, because my experience is that, especially with what I see happening in government, our government, we have people who have a lot of experience, but they don't have experience. Then you have people like us who've gone to school, but don't have the experience. And there has to be a balance between the two, because you need to be educated enough to make the right decision. At the same time, the experience also comes towards you making the right decision. So I don't think you can have one over the other. They go hand in hand.
And in that respect, taking into the context that you just laid out, if your superior is someone who either perceives you as someone who's going to take their job, or someone who might find your own education status threatening, how as a subordinate do you go about that?
never been in that situation, but I think the best thing to deal with that would be talking to one another. Try and find a level playing field where you both understand each other and where you're coming from. Because unfortunately, most uneducated people always feel that when somebody else is coming to them, they are upset. And it's human nature. We tend to shun what we don't understand. Sometimes it's about understanding each other and knowing where each person is coming from. It's all about communication.
In that respect, then, how huge a role does culture play in the context of, someone's personal home culture and actual organizational culture?
It plays a huge role. Some people take it very, very to heart if you walk into the office in the morning and you don't greet them. It's such a big deal for them that, you're not acknowledging that I'm there. Some people don't care what you do. So it does play a huge role. And sometimes you need to take that into consideration when you're listening to music, especially if you work in an organization where it's not just a bond, people from different countries, even different countries. So it does play a role.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and sincerely hope we can have more of this discussion.